recognize that both people in the interaction have needs at that moment. We need to just have a little bit of chill out time, right? To regroup because work was hard today. And the child really needs us because they haven't seen us all day. And the question is, whose needs get met first? And we have to get our needs met, but the child has to get their needs met first, right? The child is still a child. The child didn't ask to be born. The child needs the parent. And if you don't give them some connection time, what will end up happening is the child will they will have big feelings of feeling unseen, unloved, and they will act those feelings out, and they will be unlovable, which means they will misbehave all evening until bedtime, and they'll be worse tomorrow, right? So that's not any way to approach the evening, right? We need to meet their needs, just like we wouldn't not feed them dinner. We feed them dinner, that's a need. Well, we also, and we get them to bed on time, sleep is a need. We also give them our loving attention because that's an important need. Connection, without that connection, children don't cooperate, but they also don't feel safe. They don't feel safe, they don't really relax, and they don't thrive. They're not able to cope with what life throws at them. They get more anxious because they don't feel safe. So it's very important that they do get the connection. So what I tell mothers and fathers is, your child will need you when you get home. That's kid time, that's child time. So before you leave your workplace, if you're in the office, you just take a few minutes at your desk and you do some breathing. If you're a doctor, or you're working in a hospital, you probably don't have a desk or someplace you can sit down, but you find a private place, a place where you can just sit down and breathe for a few minutes, just a few minutes, and get yourself centered. If you can change into more casual clothing, that's even better. If you've had a business suit on and you can change, I say to the parents in the United States, take off your business suit and put on your blue jeans before you leave the office, because you'll already be in a more relaxed frame of mind by the time you see your child. And then you're either picking your child up at daycare often here in the United States, or you're walking in the house. Maybe you've had a nanny with them, but you're walking in your house and there's your children. And before you walk in the door, you just stop and you take care of yourself for a minute. You check in with you. You just stop and you feel your body and you say, it's going to be pandemonium in there. It's going to be chaos. It's going to be crazy. It's okay. They need me. I'm going to take care of them. I'm going to give them my love. Once they go to bed, I will take some time for me. I will do what I need. What do I need? I need just to relax. I need a hot bath. I need to just watch TV for a few minutes. I just need to connect with my husband. I need to pay those bills and get them so I'm not worried about them. Whatever you need, you can do it after the kids go to bed. But check in with yourself. Promise yourself that you'll take care of you once the kids go to bed. And then when you do walk into the door, put your things down and hug your kids and get them laughing. And why do I say get them laughing? Well, because we know it changes the body chemistry. We know that when we're at the end of the day, every human being, from babies to adults, every human being has stress hormones in their body that they didn't have when they woke up that morning. They have a higher level of stress hormones. Why is that? It's because we've gotten stressed out throughout our day and we haven't worked it all out. Much of that happens during sleep. That's why sleep is so important. So when we laugh, it reduces those stress hormones. So we're in a better mood. We personally are in a better mood, and the child is in a better mood. This is a way to take care of both us and the child. And the other thing it does, when you laugh with another person, it turns out, science tells us, we release oxytocin. Oxytocin is the bonding hormone. So when we laugh with another person, we're bonding with them. So you come in the door, you pick your children up, you swing them around. I'm next. And you pick that one up and swing them around. Maybe you've already got your casual clothes on. That's a good thing. You put away your briefcase, your bags, and you come over to the children and you're with the children for a few minutes and you say, I'm so happy to see you. Sometimes parents will say, because they don't know what else to say, they'll say, how was school today? But you don't even have to do that. Most children are like, school, that was a long time ago. Or, they don't, it's like a whole thing to think about. They're just happy to see you. So just connect in the moment. Just say, I am so happy to see you. I missed you today. Wow, I love seeing your beautiful brown eyes and your beautiful brown eyes. Oh, I have the best kids in the world. I am so lucky to be your mother. Now, you've just connected. Your kids feel seen. They feel like they're special. They matter. Somebody really cares about them. And their teacher may care about them. Their nanny may care about them. Their friends may care about them. They may care about each other. But nobody is their mother and father except the mother and father. Only the mother and father really see the child and are on their side in the same way. And every child needs that. They need to know you're there every single day in that way. And then after you spend 15 minutes and they're laughing and you're throwing them around or you're playing on the sofa together and, you're having a good time with them and everyone's laughing. And then you take a deep breath and you say, you know what? I need to eat something. What are we going to do now? And maybe they've already been fed, or maybe they come in with you and they eat with you now, or maybe they come in with you even though they've already eaten. Or maybe you're going to eat later after you put them to bed. Whatever it is, you move on to the next thing in the schedule. You may be giving them a bath or reading them a story before bed, or maybe you're all sitting down to dinner together to eat. Whatever it is, you can now move them into the evening schedule. But first you have to connect. Well, every child is different. But a child will show you whether they're happy. A child will show you whether they're thriving. And by thriving, I mean they can handle the appropriate challenges that come with every age. So if they're learning to use the toilet when they're little, or if they're learning to eat by themselves, or if they're learning to dress themselves, or if they're a little older and they're making friends and learning how to have friendships, or they're going to school and they're learning how to handle the assignments and to sit in class and do what the teacher asks. All of these things are normal things to ask of children, sleeping in their own bed at night, eventually. But I guess we just want to have children be able to handle those things. And if they aren't handling those things, they need a little support. So they're the best parenting expert, because if your child is having a hard time with any of these things, maybe they're socially a little anxious when they meet other children. We can support the child, and the child will show us where they need support, right? It's that simple. The child is the expert. They'll show us what's working. They'll show us what's not working. Sometimes the answer is obvious, right? They need more time from us, or they need more connection, or we need to stop shouting at them. But sometimes the answer is not so obvious. Why does she have a hard time when she meets other children and she gets anxious and worried? Well, maybe she was just born that way. But maybe we can teach her some skills so she's more confident when she interacts with her peers, right? Because, children all need different things from us, but she's the expert on what she needs. She will show us what she needs.